Every actor somewhere down the line wants to do a superhero film. In India, the genre is completely new and perhaps not the most popular one.
The idea that a human being was being controlled with a remote control inspired the story.
Anubhav met me about 5 years back and he came and narrated a story to me about it.
I said, there's a story that I have that cannot be made without you.
And I said, I'd like to make this film.
So I said, if we agree to make this film today, then I would take about a year and a half to prep the film to be able to start shooting it.
First we decided we'll just make a basic idea storyline. So he went back and he kept on writing some versions. I wrote a version. I wrote like a point version of the film. Some of them got too technical, some of them got too scientific or science fiction. So the story kept developing, then I put Kanika and Mushtaq on with him and they started working as a team.
The story is about Jeevan and Ra.One. The story is about a father and a son. The story is about a mother and a son.
We got a writer from LA called David Benello who came on board, who spent 30 days in India with Kanika, Mushtaq and Anubhav.
This dilemma which they don't know how to deal with just because of a video game.
तो मैं आज जाकर एक ऐसा गेम बनाऊंगा जिसमें विलन हीरो से ज्यादा पावरफुल हो.
And also, one of the basic idea was that we wanted to have the superhero in India. And then we started getting into all the different aspects and elements of the film. As far as the cast is concerned, we did actually move around. We went through some talent agencies and some managers. Then we chanced upon this wonderful actor called Tom Wu, who plays the initial assistant with the main character Shekhar. We were thinking who would be the Indian bad guy, and we thought he should be very powerful, very cool. We wanted evil to be attractive, so we went through names. The only name we could come up with was Arjun.
When he met me, the first thing he said is that I want you to play the title character of the film, Ra.One. I want you to have definitely a very, very specific look in the movie. Be really ripped and look really, really strong because he's a very, very powerful character.
Arjun looked the most apt choice. He needed that persona, the grace, the style, and a little over-human trait.
The lady who's opposite Shekharan and the wife, we were a little wary that it should not be a young girl because she has to play the mother of an 11-year-old. And we were even also a little wary that if we take someone like Kareena Kapoor, she may feel that she can't play a mother of an 11, 12-year-old. But she was very keen to do the film and she's like family and friend. So she said, no, Shahrukh, I want to do this film. And she read the role, she loved it.
बड़ा चार्ज कर दिया है. कुछ और रिचार्ज करना है?
हाँ, मॉम का मूड.
The most difficult was Arman, the young boy. We had Shanu, who does casting for films, a fantastic caster. So she went around all India trying to search kids. Finally, we went and chose Arman, though he was a little younger than the kid that we wanted in the film. But he was so sweet and so at the face, you look at him and you say, okay, this is the guy. And then there was Shahana, there's Dilip Tahil, Satisha, a brilliant actor. I think really the soul of the film is the fact that these really brilliant actors have come together and believed that they're doing a different kind of film and given it a lot of worthiness also by their performances.
I'm bumping by jumping!
Technically, we haven't made films like this. So maybe we needed to have people on board who would at least guide us, though we still wanted the film to be made like as if made in India and by Indians.
जरूरी है कि इस फिल्म में कुछ key positions में कुछ ऐसे लोग हों जिन्होंने इस प्रकार का काम पहले किया है.
Bobby Chawla, who's produced the film with us, and he went around running, calling, emailing, and lots of exchanges. One commonality they all had was they were very keen to do a film in India. They liked the idea. Nicola Piccorini, who's an Italian and American cameraman.
स्पेशली कैमरामैन के लिए कि जिसने विजुअल इफेक्ट्स फिल्में पहले बहुत सारी की है। और फिर उस तलाश में हमें निकोला से मुलाकात हुई। मेरे साथ बफी बैठा था, मैंने उसको बोला कि ही इज़ द मैन, वी वांट हिम।
We found, action directors. I think Spiro had done Kites action by then, and Andy Gill was there. And then our two heads of department for VFX, Harry and Ketan. One other aspect of making this film, that post this film, there should be at least a set of 100 or 200 people who know how to make a film like this. G1 is actually the good one. That's why he's G1. He's the lifesaver. 10 worst kind of villains rolled into one is Ra.One. We had a lot of discussions amongst the writing team and all that. How do they come to life?
Today you are born.
15-page brief for both the suits, 15 each.
Tim Flattery and Bob Kurtzman, they had designed the costume.
The first time Shahrukh wore it was in New York, and amazing feeling it was to see that character come alive that you wrote.
But in this film it was very special because we had to get Nicola here, who wanted to test the costume at different lights. And even for Arjun, we had never thought that Arjun would wear this costume. We designed it for different guys who will wear it because they were supposed to be faceless.
His is a full body suit, and goes all the way down. In fact, it was so heavy that it's like every time you lifted your hand was like lifting a 10-pound dumbbell.
But I was very clear that G1 should not have a lower bottom type. I wanted little kids to be able to just wear a blue t-shirt and black jeans and look like G1. The Ra.One suit, I wanted it to be really scary and dangerous with a hood. And the face is also very fantastically designed with pixels and metal. And they have special things, the hand turns into guns, and I think it has a cool quotient for youngsters. You always like a superhero and supervillain suits. I really like the idea of a superhero or a supervillain coming out of a television or a video game.
Of course, we knew that VFX is going to be a huge part of the whole making process.
I always wanted to make a film which is kind of visual effects heavy or could use visual effects.
My first reaction was, wow, this is the dream project we all been waiting for.
There are close to 4,000 VFX shots in the film. One aspect of the visual effects, which is the suit of the film.
We constructed the G1 suit in computer graphics. G1 suit is just upper half of the body. It turned out to be like very difficult, extremely difficult, because you have to match to 2 points because it always will float.
So we replaced G1 suit and we figured out, well, now after replacing G1 suit, Ra.One suit doesn't look good. So what do? And we end up replacing his suit as well.
So I think I've been helped a lot with the visual effects again by Harry and Ketan here to get the face to look a little plasticated, the eyes blue and shining.
We constructed the face his face in 3D in computer graphics. So we would basically blend the cleaned up live face and the CGI face in such a way that he would look smooth and yet all his humanness of the emotions and expressions are still intact.
99.9% of our problems have been sorted by the VFX department of Harry and Ketan. I think they put their life into it. Wherever we fell short, wherever we were disappointed, I think they've come up with solutions, and maybe that's why the film will look as beautiful as it does finally. It's the sign of the new digital age we are in.